Whether it be on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, or the Nintendo Switch, the Overwatch player base has existed as an entity divided by platform. As a result, each has developed their own playstyles, hero metas, and sub-communities. But soon, this will forever change. Following a prolonged content drought as developer resources are focused on Overwatch 2, Blizzard surprised their player base recently after revealing plans for a major crossplay update that will allow players to play with each other regardless of what they are playing on. Here's everything you need to know about Blizzard's plan to implement crossplay into Overwatch. For starters, if you're a PC player, you won't need to do anything. But as a part of the update, console players will have to create a Battle.net account and connect their console Overwatch account to join PC players. The catch here is that only console players will have the option to opt out of the program to not play with PC users, and that as of June 9th, opting into crossplay will be the default setting for all console players. Unfortunately, console players will have to create a new battle tag in addition to having their content progression like achievements not carry over during crossplay setup. This means that no level progress, cosmetics, or any collection content will carry over between sessions on different systems. For many who have grown attached to their hero galleries and assortment of sprays, this has been a turnoff, but in a recent Reddit AMA, Overwatch technical director John Loeffler said that, quote, "Given the additional complexities of cross-progression, it would probably make the most sense to tackle cross-play first, and then explore progression as a potential add-on, if we go this route," end quote. While some players are excited to finally queue up for games with their console-based friends, the player base won't be as combined as the term suggests. In terms of matchmaking, console players who queue up in pre-made parties with their friends on PC Overwatch will be placed in the PC player matchmaking pool. This means that any pre-made pool consisting of both PC and console players will be placed into the PC player matchmaking pool. While crossplay is enabled for all game modes, the exception here will be for competitive games. Players who want to play ranked Overwatch will be split into two pools depending on their system of choice, one for console players and another for PC players. For the sake of balance, for ranked, PC players and console players will never be mixed in the same pool. This should put players looking to climb the ladder at ease, as they don't have to worry about new matchmaking variables impacting their ranked games, like input lag or display lag for those playing on console. One of the key takeaways to keep in mind once the system goes live is that console aim assist settings will be disabled by default if you group up with your PC friends. According to Blizzard, this is done to equalize the playing field during a match. However, aim assist will still be enabled for all console versus console matchups. Overall, this is a good move to help improve the non-competitive queue times for PC Overwatch. With that said, the developers are already warning console players who opt to not enable crossplay to anticipate longer wait times given the change in matchmaking systems. One thing to keep an eye out for though is how console players when playing with PC players in quick play or deathmatch will perform without aim assist settings. If there is too much of a discrepancy between the players and starts making games simply not fun anymore, we might see a regression as more console players choose to opt out of crossplay, but only time will tell. A concern that has not been addressed yet by Blizzard is how patching will work moving forward. Given the hurdles and delays that come with having content needed to be approved first by Sony and Microsoft before it goes out, we will have to see if the addition of crossplay slows down the frequency of patches that will be released overall. We have reached out to Blizzard about this but have yet to be given an answer. At the end of the day, this was a feature that the community as a whole did not expect, but for the most part we welcome as it helps bring people closer together. There are already some old debates and discussions that have come up since this announcement, such as the old discussion on whether those playing on a controller will be able to keep up with those on a traditional mouse and keyboard setup. It's understandable why many people may be inclined to subscribe to the notion that controller players will struggle to compete, but there are many instances where this has been disproven. Historically, there are many cases of controller players on PC Overwatch making it to the top 500. A great example of someone that is challenging the notion of keyboard mouse being superior to controllers is Joystick, a streamer who has made it into the top 500 after successfully transitioning from console to PC. Instead of picking up the mouse and keyboard, he remained dedicated to what he was comfortable with and used a controller to climb the ladder despite not having aim assist settings. Admittedly, he has stated that there are some heroes that are better than others on controller and that it did take some time to get used to adjusting to playing against PC opponents, but Joystick has said that learning to play PC Overwatch on controller has actually made him into a better player with heightened game sense and outplayability. A great way to think about the mouse and keyboard versus controller debate is that while the tools players use may be different, the gameplay fundamentals like individual skill and game sense still carry over. We might not see the full integration of the two communities right away, but if this update makes it past the beta successfully, it can open up the path for interesting stream and content collaborations that can make for a more unified community. So what do you think about Overwatch with crossplay? If you're a console player, are you looking forward to this update and being matched with those on PC, or will you prefer to keep to the console player pool? Let us know in the comments below. This video was made possible thanks to our wonderful patrons. A massive thank you to everybody on this list, and shout out to Jason, Brendan, Foxy, IRYN, Lyra, Mauve, Nate, Nathan, Oshayo, Sierra, Shampoo, Weeaboo, Spartacus, and Yashichi for being platinum supporters. And an extra special shout out to Steven, Noodles, Marco, and Mookie for being diamond supporters. Thanks a ton, guys, it means a lot to us. If you also want to support our channel and unlock perks, check out the Patreon link in the description below, or join our Discord server. If you want to help us out in a different way, leaving a like, subscribing, and hitting the bell to stay up to date is also appreciated. My name is Nikita, and thank you for watching.